Anyway, it's that time where we talk nutrition, and right about now, I have with me Abimbola Olusegun, and she is a food consultant, wellness enthusiast, and recipe developer who leads a community of healthy individuals with over 500 members, where she teaches the concept of healthy eating and healthy meal creation. We have her definitely here right now on the show, and we'll be talking about how to increase absorption of nutrients by the body when you cook. Good morning, Abimbola. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria. Again, how are you feeling this morning?
I'm doing very, very great.
Okay, great. So before we go right into the topic for today, let me find out how you got on this path. What was it that actually drew you or got you interested in talking nutrition and healthy eating?
Okay, thank you so much for that question. Personally, after I had my national diploma as a medical laboratory technician, so I started working in an hospital. So working in an hospital got me to exposed to the fact that a lot of diseases are actually diet related. So when we get to eat healthy, we'll be able to curb these killer diseases that are out there, such as hypertension, diabetes, stroke, and the like. So I got interested that, okay, if I can be able to eat healthy, make healthy food choices, should be able to avoid having this killer disease for myself and my family. Yeah. So I took on courses in the concept. I took a professional course. So that way, and continuously, I've been learning about the concept of healthy eating, healthy nutrition, meal creation. So, and last year, January 19 to be precise, I started my brand where I started teaching people about healthy eating and healthy living. And to the glory of God, for now, we are close to 600 members.
Oh, nice. Amazing. Okay, so now let's talk about the topic. So now what are the tips we need to know to actually absorb our nutrients from food when we eat? So what are the things that we need to do?
Okay, thank you. Basically, sometimes we just tend to eat, and we don't know that it is not enough for us to just eat. The way in which we eat our food, the composition of our food will determine if we'll get the maximum nutrients from our food. Sometimes when we tend to overcook our foods, we tend to lose most of the nutrients that are in the food. Example for vegetables now. When we want to cook our vegetables, it's not advisable for us to be cooking vegetables for a prolonged period of time. When we cook vegetables for a prolonged period of time, we lose most of the nutrients to heat exposure. So that way, we don't get maximum nutrients from it.
So what's the prescribed amount of time?
Between 5 to 10 minutes is enough for vegetables. And also, we shouldn't be warming it. You know, there are some persons, you cook vegetables 5 days, you are still eating it.
Okay, so what can we do?
So it is not highly advisable. Probably you just make it and put it in the freezer. And I advise that when you are storing food in your freezer, you store in portions that you can finish at a go. What do I mean by that? Now, when you prepare your food, like in batch preparation, you store it in little containers that when you bring out this particular container, you will finish everything at once. Not like you store it in a large container, you reheat, defrost, reheat, put it again, bring it out again. That way, you are losing majority of the nutrients from the food, and it's just like you are eating chaff. So another thing that can help us to absorb more nutrients from our food is proper chewing of our food. Sometimes we just swallow our food just like that. That way, we give our stomach more work to do. But when we have chewed the food to a large extent, digestion starts in the mouth for us. So when the digestion starts in the mouth, especially for carbohydrates, the food is able to mix with the enzymes in the mouth.
Are you serious?
The food is able to mix with the enzymes in the mouth, and then it gives the stomach less work to do.
So no, wait, I have a question for you right there. So now, growing up, if my mother should give you pounded yam to eat, and you put it in your mouth and you're chewing, she can slap you. So are you saying that even our swallows, it's advisable to chew them?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes, it's advisable we chew them because, especially for carbohydrates, digestion for the carbohydrates starts in the mouth. And it's important for our food to mix with the enzyme in the mouth so that it will reduce the work for the stomach, so that the food nutrient can just penetrate straight into the body system.
Okay, amazing.
Okay, another method that we can enhance nutrition absorption for our body is by exploring different cooking methods. We shouldn't be restricted to one cooking method. Today we can fry, tomorrow we can be boiled, another day we can go for baking, another day we can go for microwaving. We shouldn't restrict ourselves to only boil, fry.
Okay.
So that's way we explore with our foods.
Okay.
We also tend to increase.
But what in your experience would you say is the best way to preserve the nutrients? By frying? Some people say, okay, you don't fry your foods because when you fry, the oil breaks it down and all of that. Some people say, okay, yeah, boiling is the safest. Would you admit, or would you say oven bake?
Yeah, okay. Boiling, baking, they are the most recommended.
Okay.
But in some cases, we still need to fry our foods in some cases. So whenever we are left in that situation, we shouldn't just be this kind of people that we are addicted to one particular method. Okay, so another tip that can help us is when we are not restricted to a particular type of food. You know, there are some people, probably they are on a diet, they'll say, okay, I'm not eating meat, I'm not eating this, all true. No, if we want to get maximum nutrient from food, we should be able to explore with food. Just like last week I said, adding colors to our food, making sure our food is full of varieties will also help us to get maximum nutrients from our food.
Okay, I mean, that was actually amazing. I mean, running all through that, and of course, these are tips I'm definitely looking forward to imbibing even in my life. Do you understand? Thank you so much for actually coming on the show and talking to us about this. Definitely looking forward to having you next week again.
Thank you so much.
Okay.